Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Long time no see. I thought that today I'd come back with a video that I've done a couple of times now and everybody seems to love it. I have to do it every year anyway, so I may as well film it. And that's my wardrobe switchover. So every year, twice a year, I do my switchovers for the seasons, and today I'm doing winter into summer. I've put this off for a while. If you live in the UK, you know that our weather has been a bit temperamental the last couple of weeks, months, I don't know, but we've definitely started to warm up now and we're kind of leaning more towards the warmer days, and I'm finding it harder and harder to dress each day because all of my stuff is away in storage and it's not out in the wardrobe. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my usual switchover, so getting everything out, popping bits back in, and then I'm also going to do a declutter whilst I'm doing that. As well as doing the wardrobe switchover, we are of course going to be decluttering, clearing out some of the items that I've got. The main reason for this is I've noticed that quite a few things in my wardrobe are redundant or not really my style anymore. I'm not going into an office as frequently as I was last year and previous years, and so I don't really get dressed up very often at all really. There's some things that I definitely won't get rid of because I absolutely love and I can see myself wearing continuously or in the future or if events kind of occur. But yeah, there's definitely things that are no longer my style or I just don't really have the chance to wear anymore. So there is going to be quite a bit of decluttering, both from the wardrobe and the drawers, which are down to the side. But yeah, the main goal for today is that I actually have clothes that I can comfortably wear during the days, and pyjamas. Again, it's getting to the point where I'm looking for those short pyjamas and we don't have them out anymore. So I need to get going with that as well. As every year, I have things stored a little bit everywhere. I probably keep looking down into the corner when I'm talking because I have a vacuum pack bag down here. I think there's one in my wardrobe still, or it's under the bed. To be completely honest, I don't know where they are. Brad has been renovating his office and so we've just been moving things around quite a lot and I no longer know where my clothes are stored. So I've got this one, don't know where the other bag is. I'm sure there's another bag anywhere. I don't think it's just one. So yes, I've got to find the bags of clothes first and then get them all out. So what I will probably do is I'll find the other bag, get that out and ready, get everything out of the wardrobe that I'm one, switching over, and then two, will be decluttering. There'll be two piles, and then I will get my bags out, folded, organised, declutter anything that I need to in there, and then get them put in the wardrobe and the bag. And then I think that's it. I think because I've done this quite routinely for the last few years, I feel quite organised with it. I don't feel as overwhelmed by it or anything. I think this switchover is going to be really good. It'd be really nice to see some of the bits that I do have, because there's gaps that I think need filling that may not need filling, so it'll be really good to see those. And then I also have a few things that need altering. I kept them out over winter so that I could alter them and then couldn't get to my sewing machine because a few bits in the house have moved around. I should be able to get back to my sewing machine soon, which means that I should be able to alter the things that need altering as well. And to be honest, I think a lot of the things that need altering are spring, summer things anyway, so that should be absolutely fine. So yes, I'm basically blabbering on because trying to find these bags feels very daunting to me, but I'm going to do that. I'm going to get sorted. I've got my iPad, so I'm going to pop a show on. My little buddy, you can't see him because he's behind the bed, but my dog is down there as well, all ready and waiting for us. So let's get cracking. Okay, both of the bags have been secured. I also have a box on the floor down there which lives up there. I definitely don't utilise it very well. It's got a few summery bits in, shoes and a hat. Definitely not being utilised well enough. So I'm going to try and relook at that whilst I pack things away. Wardrobe's open. I've not taken anything out of it yet. I don't know if you can see, but there is a pile of clothes in there which are actually my Christmas clothes. So pyjamas and jumpers, so they 1000% need to go away. So yeah, that's where we're at. Everything is out and I'm going to do what I said basically. I'm going to run through the clothes which are out in there and take out the bits that I either no longer want for the season or don't want in general. There'll be two piles going. And just to clarify as well, the pile of things that I don't want, things will either be going to charity or I'll be popping them on Vinted. If things don't sell on Vinted, they'll then go to charity. I never just throw things away unless they're in a really bad condition, which to be honest my clothes very rarely are. So that's kind of where we sit with that. Bags wise, no changes. There's things that I know I definitely need to put away, like my swimwear. We're not going on a sunny beachy holiday this year. we're going away, but not on that kind of trip. So there's a few bits I know I can put away and give myself a bit more space. And then there's also things that I know I can put away, like if you look over here on the door, we've got the Oodies. I didn't really wear my Oodie over winter anyway. Brad still lives in his, but both of the Oodies will come down, they'll get packed up, and they'll go away as well, because I don't love having them on the back of the door, especially if they're not being used, and I don't see it getting cold enough for us to grab those out again. So that's where we're at. I'm just going to get going, because otherwise I'm going to keep procrastinating. I'm going to pop a show on, I'm going to pop you on a time lapse, and then I'll come back to chat about a few bits as and when needed. I may end up doing like a little try on in this, because I think there's a few bits I'm not sure on, but we'll see when we get to that. Let's get cracking. Are you done? Huh? Are you done? Yeah, why? I'm filming. Oh. Okay, so everything is out of this wardrobe. I also went into my knitwear. I did actually go through my knitwear not even a month ago, I think. It wasn't long ago at all. However, I have pulled out this jumper. This is a cashmere jumper that I got from a charity shop, and it's really nice. I've never seen 100% cashmere in a charity shop. However, I don't know if you can tell by looking at the size of it. This is supposed to be a 14. It looks like the people who had it and then donated it shrunk it, and then I washed it and shrunk it. I'm definitely not a cashmere person. So I'm actually going to see if my best friend wants this, because I think that she'd really like it, and if she doesn't, I'll just give it to a charity shop. So that's what I pulled out of there. I'm going to put that in that pile there. So I have a couple of different piles. These are bits that definitely need to go into storage that I already told you I pulled out. These are Christmassy bits. I have realised that there's a few Disney Christmas bits in here. If you didn't know, I'm a Disney girl. But there's a few Disney Christmas bits, and we are actually going to Disney in November this year, and it will be Christmas when we go. So I'm actually going to put those near the top when I store them, so that I can get them back out, which I'm very excited about. I then have a maybe pile here. There's 3 things here, which I'm probably going to try on with you and get your opinions. I have my little like don't keep section here, and then my storage section here. So to put into storage, there genuinely like really isn't much. I've got a couple of my high-waisted bikinis, because as I mentioned, we're not going to be going away this year, so there's no point me keeping them. I've kept out my favourite high-waisted bikini and 2 swimming costumes, just in case. And the only reason I have 2 swimming costumes, in case anybody is wondering, one is a like period swimming costume, so it just depends on like what's happening and where we're going if I was to need one. So they're both handy to have out. I'm also storing my 2 long sleeve t-shirts that I have for walking the dog. Definitely not going to need those anymore. I do need to buy a few more of those, so I think that's going to be on my list of things that I need to like look into buying. I'm also storing my beautiful green long sleeve dress. This is from Meadows. I got it in a Meadows sample sale, and I love this dress, but I do only wear it around Christmas, well, wintry times, because it's such a dark green and because it's such a like long dress. That tends to be the only time I wear it. I'm also storing my little ASOS dress. I really love this. It does up with ties at the front. It's really sweet. It looks amazing with like boots and stuff, but it is very, very short. I'm 5'1", 5 foot to 5'1". I'm short, and this is short on me. So I didn't actually wear it this year. So I'm gonna keep it for next year, see if I wear it next year, and if I don't, it's gonna go and be resold. And then the other thing that I'm going to store is my beautiful red velvet dress. This is from ASOS. I got it secondhand years ago, and I love this dress. But again, I only tend to wear it when it's colder because it looks amazing with tights and boots. The last time I wore this was actually the day that I got engaged, and we went out for a meal, and that was the like dress that I wore to celebrate. So absolutely love that. It's definitely staying. Again, I've had that for years. to get rid of, I have a pair of Abercrombie & Fitch jogging bottoms, like, oh my gosh, what are they called? Like tracky bottoms. They are my decorating ones. They're covered in paint. These will probably go into our shed to be cut up and used for scraps, but I just don't wear them anymore. They sit really funny on me and I don't need as many painting colours as I've got. I've also got another painting bit, which is a Mickey Mouse t-shirt. It's got a little bit of paint on it, but it's just really discoloured. I don't love the fit of it. I think we might use this for like embroidery research because it's quite a nice material. I just realised I mentioned it in my TikTok and not on here, but we recently got an embroidery machine and we're trying to test it out. So I think this one might be a good one to like test on. I'm going to sell my bridesmaid little cardigan robe thing. I wore this on the day that one of my best friends got married and I love it, but I'm not going to wear it again, and so someone else may as well get the use out of it. So I'm going to sell that one. I'm also selling this dress which I wore as a wedding guest dress. It's this really nice like green, I can't even hold it up, there we go, green dress, fitted waist, loose bottom. I don't wear this. I wore it to one wedding which was 3 years ago now, and I've not worn it since, and it's just been sat in my wardrobe as a just if, and I have other dresses that I would wear as a wedding guest instead, so I'm going to get rid of that one as well. And then I'm also going to get rid of this dress, which is lovely. It's a really nice gingham dress. It's got an open back with bows on it, but every time I put it on I feel like a child. There's something about the cut of it on me, and I don't know if it's because it's a little bit longer because I'm short or what, like I actually really don't know, but I just don't feel right when I'm in it. And I love gingham, like it's one of my favourite things. So that's really weird, but I'm gonna get rid of it because every time I put it on I feel really strange in it. I tried to demote it to like a Christmas dress and I still never wore it. So yes, that's gonna go. So that's my go pile, which isn't very big, but to be fair, my wardrobe's not like super full. I don't know if you can see that. And then the bits that I know I'm going to try on with you is these jeans, which are floral. These are another Meadows item. Got them from the sample sale, and whilst looking at them I'm like, these are beautiful. I just don't wear them. Again, I think it's because I'm short. I think the cut of them is really weird on me. So I'm going to try them on with you and I want your opinions. I have this skirt, which is from Next. I got it secondhand last year. I quite like it, but I don't know if it makes me look frumpy. Brad said I look like an art teacher when I wear it, which definitely is not a bad thing, but I just can't decide if I like it, so I'm going to try that on as well. And then lastly, I have my original Lucy and Yak dungarees. Brad got me these years ago for Christmas, but I've just never loved them. I don't think I'm a dungaree kind of person. I think for day to day, this like denim material is not right for me. I love what my Boilersuit is made of. This is like really stretchy, but I still wouldn't wear this around the house day to day because it's just a big faff if you want to like go to the bathroom or anything. So I don't know, I'm going to try these on. I've kept these for so long because they are just beautiful, but if someone else can get better use out of them, then they should. So now that I have all those bits out, I'm going to move these somewhere as well as my other bits that are in piles, and I'm going to go through these, get everything out and pile these bits up. I know there's things in here that I can get rid of, like certain socks and stuff. There's new bits that I've got, like this is new. I got this off Vinted over winter and I love it. There's things like here I've got a Halloween t-shirt. So there's definitely things that will go back in here. But yeah, let's crack on with the next bit. I'm going to pop you back on a time lapse because I think it's the most effective way to do this. So I'll see you in a moment. Alrighty, that's like the most part done. I feel like I'm doing this really quickly this year, and I don't know if it's because I'm just being more decisive or I just have less stuff. I don't know. So everything that needed to go in the wardrobe has gone in the wardrobe. That includes gym gear, so there's like gym shorts and stuff that I pack away during winter, strappy tops, my like general lounge shorts, my like going out and about shorts, and then like dresses. Skirts, they like sit across both, so I don't have any skirts to put in, but I've got some lightweight trousers that I've put in. I'll show you some of my favourite bits actually at some point. I'll pull them out of my wardrobe. But you may notice I have a few more piles of things. So these are all the bits that I moved that are going to be stored away. That's fine. This is where we're at the moment, and I'm going to get a few bits out of my drawers next. I then have all of my t-shirts and like vest tops that have come out. I've got general vest tops. There's only 2 of them. I don't know if I'm going to keep them. I don't really wear them. You know, like the like round neck kind of vest tops. I don't know how else to describe them. I don't wear them out of the house. I literally only wear them in. And even then, I don't think I wear them very often. And I have a call at work every single day, and I don't feel like it's something I'd wear. So I might get rid of those. Behind that, I have my pyjamas. I did get rid of one set of pyjamas that I've had for 8 years or so, and I just don't love the fit of it anymore. I'm very sensory like aware when I sleep at the moment, and I feel like the bits hanging off it and like the movement and stuff would just be too much for me. And I haven't really worn it the last couple of years anyway, so I've popped that to get rid of. And the rest of my PJs I think are fine, but I'm going to double check. And then I've got like my jacket, my denim jacket here, which is fine. And then I also got a couple of bits out that I want to try on with the maybes. They're not being tried on as maybes, they're being tried on to see if they fit me this year. And then if they do, I'll pop them away. If they don't, they'll go into storage. Mainly because they're denim shorts, and I fluctuate weight-wise so much. Denim shorts are the one thing that I don't really push myself to fit into or anything, so I'm going to try those. I also got a new jumper today, which I love. And I really like it. It's definitely not like a summer jumper, maybe spring. I'll probably keep it out for spring, but I just need to try it on and see if I like it before I like wash it and put it through all of that process. So I've just popped that in the pile. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at the moment. I'm going to move these like bits that I'm getting rid of. Oh, there's also a pair of like cycling shorts that I never wear that are on the top, a shirt that I never wear, and a pink dress that I've worn a lot, like a lot in the past, but last year and the year before I kind of just started falling out of love with it a little bit, so I am going to get rid of that this year. I've been thinking about that quite a bit. I've got a few other midi dresses that I absolutely adore and wear quite frequently, and I think there's a couple more bits that I'll add to that pile. So yeah, I'm going to move these bits away, and then I'm going to bring you down here so that we can go to the drawer unit and we can go through my tops and t-shirts and pyjamas, get rid of a few bits in there, and then also socks, because, well actually I probably won't show you socks, but I also need to go through my sock drawer because I've got like really thick socks in there that I don't necessarily need. To note as well, I've also kept a few thicker bits out. I've left a thick pair of jogging bottoms in the wardrobe that are like fleece lined, and I also have a couple of pairs of like thermal thick socks and a pair of fleece lined leggings that are in the drawers. I've kept them out, but I might pop them in a storage box somewhere, just not in a zip sealed bag, because they're really handy for camping, and we do plan on doing 2 camping trips this summer, and even though it's summer, it still gets cold on an evening. I got caught out by that a little bit last year, so I want to make sure that I'm nice and wrapped up when we go this year. So yeah, I need to go through a few bits like that as well. However, for now, I feel like we're doing really good. I'm going to bring you down onto the floor whilst we go through these drawers. Drawers are done, like pretty good. I did end up getting rid of one like style vest top that I've only had for a couple of years, but I don't see myself wearing it again. It's like a thick knitted Zara one, and it's really high neck and like a bit scoopy, and it's nice, but when it's warm enough to wear it, it's too hot to wear because it's really thick. So I'm going to sell that. And then I'm also going to get rid of and this breaks my heart. It's a pyjama top, but it was like a regular t-shirt beforehand, and I've had it for, oh my god, at least 10 years. In fact, no, it's definitely longer than 10 years. 15 years maybe, which is why it got down to pyjama top status. And I always really liked it because it's really thin, like it's worn to like a really loose, thin, nice like fabric. But again, I think sensory wise, it's just a no-go for me right now. I think if I was to sleep in that, I'd wake up really agitated. So I'm gonna get rid of that as well. And then yeah, I went through my tights. I got the bits out that don't need to be in here anymore. And so this is what the drawers are looking like. This, I've organised all of my t-shirts. So I have all of my graphic t-shirts in 3 rows. I have a lot of graphic t-shirts. The dog wants attention. I always think I can maybe narrow them down, and I just don't think I can. Like, I have ones for like different reasons and different variations. I did get rid of one Disney one, but by getting rid, I've popped it in storage ready to get out for when we go in November, because I think that will be a really good t-shirt and I can wear like a long sleeve underneath it. So I have all of my graphic tees, and then I have all my plain tees down here, so white to black. I then have a couple of my like nicer vest tops here. So I've got that purple one that I showed you. I've got a green one that I love. It's like really nice and tight and ribbed. Another tie back one, which I really like, and like a white sports one from Uniqlo, which I love. I wish I had more of. And then my bottom drawer, my pyjama drawer, really organised. So I have my like really loose thin t-shirts, well, thin vests here. I have slightly nicer vests again here. These are like more structured ones, which don't fit in like a little box. So I've got those here, including a new one that I got from Asda that I really love. I'm trying to wear a little bit more colour this year, so we'll see how that goes. Down here I have old bralettes that I now wear as pyjama tops for if it's like roasting hot. So I have those, and then I've got all of my shorts down this side here, and then my tops down this side here. I've got vest tops up at the top, and then like normal t-shirts down here. Looking at this, I don't think I need that new pyjama set that I was looking at in Sainsbury's during the week, so I'm really glad I did this because I would have bought those pyjamas if not. And then yeah, like I said, I've gone through like quite a few other bits. I have all of my like long sleeve pyjamas here. My really thick bottoms and stuff are all here, so they can all go into storage. I also got my box with my tights in. I went through my tights because I have pairs where every year when I try and put them on, I'm like, oh, these are horrible, why do I still have them? So I've been through those, got rid of quite a few, and then figured, why do I still have these out? So I'm going to keep them in the box, but this will probably go in this box, which I do still need to go through, but like I said, there's not much in here. But it means this can just go in there. I can top this up with a few of the pairs of socks. Although saying that, I do have this like bag of brand new tights. So we'll see. That's maybe an issue for the next wardrobe switchover that I do. So what I'm going to do now is, I'm not going to film, but I'm going to go through my socks and bits and get through a few bits because I know that I need to. I'm then going to start popping these bits that I have here to go into storage into the storage bags. There's a few bits that I can like strategically do. So some can still go down at the bottom because there's a few bits like my swimwear and like cover-ups and stuff that I just, like I said, I've got no use for this year. So they can all go at the bottom of the bag because I won't need them again till this time next year. And then I'm going to pop all my winter stuff at the top with the Disney bits that I want like really near the top so I can get those out a little bit easier. I'm so sorry if you can hear drilling and stuff as well, but Brad's doing DIY and I'm not going to interrupt him for it. And then I think once I've done that, I think we'll be in like a really nice tidy place. I will probably then try on those bits that I pulled out to try on with you, to get your thoughts. I might put it on TikTok as well, I don't know. So we'll see how that goes. And then from there, to be honest, this stuff can just be put away, which is really good. Like, I'm excited to kind of get these bits away, and then hopefully when I open my drawers and my wardrobes now in the morning, I know exactly what I can put on. So that's really positive. Okay, let's crack on. Let's do the things. So it turns out I thought I was recording me putting all of this stuff away and I wasn't. But everything's done now. So my 2 bags are filled. And by filled, I mean one is filled, one is like 3/4 full, which I don't think is that bad. These used to be like full to the brim. So I'm very happy with those. I am going to get these vacuum sealed down at some point later. I want the dog to like chill a little bit, so I'll do this in a bit. I also like refactored this box a little bit. So I've got a pair of sandals, my Doc Martens sandals, and also a pair of like dolly shoes out. I am not going to store away any of my winter shoes, which is literally 2 pairs of shoes. I'm not going to store them away because I have space in my wardrobes, and over the next couple of months I'm going to get some pull-out drawer things for the bottom of my wardrobe, so it should be even like more organised in there. I have to admit, I'm loving the resurgence of dolly shoes this year, or like ballet pumps, whatever you want to call them. I used to love them when I was like a teenager, early 20s, loved them. And obviously they kind of went out of style, so you couldn't buy them from everywhere anymore. And then because they're coming back in, they're everywhere, and I love the look of a dolly shoe. As I was saying, I love the look of a dolly shoe with a lot of what I wear. So like I have some carrot jeans from M&S. I don't have barrel because I've not found some that like look decent on me. If you're petite, actually, if you're like a curvy petite girl and you've got some barrel jeans that you love, please tell me where they're from. But yeah, I love dolly shoes with those, but like these, which are like a little bit wider legged, dresses, skirts. Oh, I just love dolly shoes. So I'm very glad about those. Got those back out. I've kept my flip-flops in here because I can't see me wearing flip-flops this year. Again, we're not going abroad to like a pool type holiday. I've got my beach shoes in here, like my sea shoes. We live near the beach, if you don't know, and they're just really handy in summer. I've got my summer hats, so I have 2. I've got this nice big floppy one, which is from, I wanted to say Never Ending Story then, it's definitely not, and Other Stories. I got this last year. I love it. It's a bit big, which I actually really love. I wore this around the pool a lot last year when we were in Florida. Very, very handy. It's also quite flexible, so you can put it in a case really well. And then I also have this really little one, which we got. We have like a music festival here every year, and we got this. We have it matching with quite a few of our friends. Now I have it on, actually. It's a little bit tight. I don't know if I love it. I might end up getting rid of this at some point this year. And then underneath where I had the hats, I have my camping things. This might get a little bit bigger as time goes on, I don't know, but I have the jogging bottoms that I mentioned that have like fur lining. I've got some M&S thermal fur lined footless tights. These looked really good for camping, so I got some of those. And then I also have my 2-pack of thermal socks. I think I will wear those when we camp, no matter what time of year. So I've got them in here so that I can like easily grab them out. I did consider putting my Disney stuff in here, but I figured by November I'm probably going to be getting ready, if not already, to put these out. So I can work it out from there. So yeah, that's those bits organised. This can go straight back in the wardrobe. I can do this. These, as I said, need like vacuum sealing down, and then I can get them put back in the storage that goes under the bed. I need to like refactor that a little bit, but that's probably going to be another video. So all that's left to do now is for me to try on these clothes and show you, and we can decide what we think. So I'm gonna move these bits a little bit, get you in a good position, and we can try some clothes on. Also, if you've noticed behind me, the Oodies are still out. I'm actually going to wash these, and then we'll fold them and put them in storage at the top of the wardrobes, one of our wardrobes. We obviously have 2 Oodies, so they're going to get washed. They're so big, we can only wash them one at a time. So I'll probably do that over the next week or so. I like to do it when the weather's nice because we can hang them out. And if you notice this big pile of clothes behind me, this has nothing to do with me. Yeah, this is nothing to do with me. This white t-shirt here is, but again, this is a embroidery t-shirt, so I'm gonna pop this to the side rather than just having it in my drawer. But these are all Brad's clothes that he needs to put away, so I won't touch that. They're staying there. Okay, let's try some of these clothes on. Okay, let's try these clothes on. First item. Okay, I'm gonna back up. Okay, first item I've tried on is these dungarees. I hate them. I really dislike them. There's just something about them, they don't fit right. Like I feel like they need to be like up here, but then they look weird and I can't do the top up comfortably to then be able to sit. Oh, I think I'm gonna get rid of these. I think I'm gonna get rid of these. If you want some Lucy and Yaks, they'll be on my Vinted. They're just such a faff, like, you know, to get off and on, and they're just, it's like, I don't know if you can see, but this, like, the amount of give that these have got, they're very, like, structured. And then these are what I just had on. This is my Boilersuit. This is a leg, for example. They have, like, so much more give. It's so much softer. I really like this compared to the dungarees. Meadow jeans. I love them because they have an elasticated back, but it's the bottoms. Like if I go back enough, I don't know if you can see, if it's the bottoms that are ruining it. If I was to cut them, I'd either leave them like as a raw hem or something like that. Do you think that would work? Do you think they actually work? Like this is how high they sit comfortably. Is that right with my torso? I don't know, I'm gonna go look in the mirror. I don't know, I'm really torn. I definitely think it's this like roll situation that's ruining it. For reference, I've rolled them 4 times. That's how short I am. What do we think? They are quite comfy because they have the elastic on, but I just don't know. I feel like they're tall. When you think about how much they've been rolled up, they might be a tall, but look at the like flowers on them, they're so pretty. I could use them as like gardening trousers, but it feels like such a waste for like such a good brand. I'm glad I was wearing a black t-shirt today. It's worked quite well with the try on. Okay, this is the skirt. This is probably like where I'd wear it, like sitting wise. There's like a little slit on the side. It's really comfy, it's really lightweight. The slit is far down enough that I can wear shorts underneath it. But what do we think? I think I need to take this up if I was to keep it because it is touching the floor, so I have to wear platforms with it if I wear it out, and I would prefer not to have to do that. But what do we think? Do we think it's nice and it's like a nice injection of colour, or do I look like an art teacher? Again, this has a really lovely pattern on it. It's like little orange trees and orange blossom and flowers and stuff. It's really nice, but I don't know. Okay, jean shorts 1, which are my Levi's, which I think I tried on last year and was like, oh my god, yeah, they still fit. A little bit tight this year. I have, I feel like I should have prefaced with this. I'm a 12 to 14. I have put weight on in the last year. I'm currently in the process of like rejigging lifestyle, which is why I will never get rid of things like this if they don't fit. But yeah, this is the jean shorts now. They are quite tight, like I can feel them like hugging my stomach, and they haven't done that previously. So because of that, these are going to go into storage. Again, I'm not going to get rid of them. They're just going to go into storage. To be honest, they don't look bad. I wouldn't say I'm like bulging out the sides or anything, but you know when you can feel them, I can feel that they're like holding my stomach, and I'm not a big fan of that. So storage till next year. And then these are my trusty jean shorts, which are made out of like quite a stretchy material, and they pretty much always fit, and they do. They are my comfy like trusties. They are not as supportive, like they don't like suck me in, but they're always so comfortable, and they always have like a bit of give because they're made out of that stretchy material. So these are like super handy. Yeah, I don't think I'll wear these on a trip this year, but they're just always good to have. I feel like a pair of jean shorts is just always good. Okay, so that's all the stuff that I like needed to try from the wardrobe / storage. I do need to try this jumper on now. Let's see if I like this. But in terms of the jumpsuit and the skirt, were there the only two things I tried on? Oh, and the jeans, the jumpsuit, the skirt and the jeans. Please tell me what you think, because yeah, I'd really like to sell them, alter them, keep them, whatever we think like would work. So please let me know what you think. I will wait until this video is up to make a decision, so your voice isn't lost. Oh, I love the cut of this. If we ignore my like bralette straps and the fact that I'm not actually wearing a bra, it's just a bralette, really not the best fitting, and you can see the nips. Yeah, I really like this. I love this neck. Maybe I would have to wear it with something like this where you could see it, because I don't think I'd go braless in this if I was to go out. I really like this. Nice fit. I think with jeans or trousers or something where it's tucked in, like I wouldn't wear this out like I just had it. It would be more like this, I think. I really like that. That's really cute, and it's really, really soft, and the arms are really long. If you're like me, I love having something I can like grip onto, and this is really nice. Okay, perfect. I'm gonna wash this, and I need to walk the dog, so I'm gonna put my previous outfit back on, so I will speak to you in a second. Okay, so that is everything from this year's reorganise and declutter done. I've obviously still got everything next to me that needs to go away, but I am going to do that this evening. I've also got my pile of clothes here that I need your decisions on, so please leave me some comments and let me know what you think of these bits. And yeah, I feel really good about this year's. Altogether, we have got rid of 16 items. That's stuff that would be sold, donated, repurposed. And then I also got rid of 15 to 20 like pairs of socks, underwear, that kind of thing. I do think it's important to mention those bits, because if you're like me and you neglect those drawers and like refreshing things, I think it's really good to kind of keep that in mind, me knowing that I've got rid of those items. Sock wise, I definitely don't need to buy more socks, but you know, I need to go shopping for a few other bits, and then there's a few other gaps that I noticed that I want to fill. But altogether, I think that was a really good declutter. Getting rid of 16 items is really good going, and that's just from this room. I also have jumpers and jackets that I need to go through. That will probably be a separate video if I get around to filming it, where I know I can probably get rid of a few more little bits and pieces. But for now, that's really good. I feel really organised and refreshed. My wardrobe feels so much better, as do my drawers, and I feel like I'm going to feel a little bit more inspired every time I open those doors again now. Thank you so much for joining me today for this rearrange and declutter. I hope that you enjoyed. As I mentioned, there's a few other areas that I really want to get around to decluttering, and I'm going to try my best to film them. So depending when you're watching this, please check back to my channel. I'm going to try and get them up. And yeah, if you want to see anything else that I'm putting out there, all of my links are below, and I will see you next time.